Any opportunity to celebrate, it's always diamonds up, like for no reason. Good. Welcome to Past the Aux, Los Angeles, night number 2. Did this last night and it was fucking incredible. So you guys have, there's a high bar to fulfill. Come on, man. Gotta clap it up for Toronto. One of my favorite cities for sure. But it's like New York minus the rats and the garbage. Yeah, man. You guys rock Tim's. Respect to Toronto, man. You too? Yeah. Toronto? That's what's up. Can't wait to hear the music. I did Past the Aux Toronto 2 days in a row last week, Thursday, Friday. Crazy.
Brazil also.
Brazil? All right. No, Brazil's in the building. So this is, wait, you're from Brazil too? Who else?
Chicago.
Chicago, Chi-Town. You guys ready to rock?
Yes.
Yeah, clap it up yourselves. Letting a demographic of people dictate what we're allowed and not allowed to do is bullshit. And these people that you're talking about are a small percentage of humans. That's it. And whoever you think you are supposed to appeal to, those people just shouldn't even be on your radar. I know guys that are similar situation, been grinding for a long time, obviously went through similar struggles like a lot of us do. And they're in their 30s, 40s, stuff like that. And they don't stop because they love it. And that's why you guys keep going. That's why all of us keep going, because we love doing this, right? And at the end of the day, that should be the reason to do it. But I think that, you know, having this sort of mentality that this is frowned upon because of your age or because of the type of music you make, you know, those are just self-inflicting fears and insecurities and trauma before trauma. You guys know what trauma before trauma is? It's experiencing trauma before the trauma becomes reality. So you're really just making trauma up in your mind, experiencing it before it even becomes real. So you're experiencing double trauma. So once you look at life sort of like that and you're like, you know what, this trauma I'm creating in my mind like doesn't exist, then life becomes just so sort of simple and you sort of like open up to your potential. Being Filipino, it's very much a thing in our DNA where we sort of have this version of self-inflicting doubt. And I relate to that. I do, because, you know, there were definitely times where, you know, you sort of self-sabotage and you go through like certain shit and you're like, fuck man, like why am I not out there? Why don't I have a deal? I rap and sing better than this person. Why are they on and I'm not? And then I'm telling you, like, once you realize that all that shit is bullshit, none of it matters. Because at the end of the day, art is so subjective. You just make what you like, and people out there that are attracted to what you like are the only people that matter. That's right. You have a lot of odds against you, but I never saw being Filipino as, you know, something to hold me back. And honestly, for me, man, like, I'm Filipino, so I have those qualities, but I think early on, something that had to do with whatever I experienced during childhood gave me the outlook on life that the only things that matter are doing things that bring you joy. And so that's why I sucked at school. That's why I can't play sports. I'm good at tennis. I'll fuck you up in tennis. But I'm not good at certain things because I just don't find joy in any of those things, but I find extreme joy in making music. Yes, sir. Yes, what's up, dude? How are you? Yes, it's a little limited, but you guys back there would be cool. For those of you who don't know or may not know, Symbolic One is a legend. I like that word, man. He's produced a lot of really good records that you guys have probably heard. I'll name one, Kanye West, Power. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. That's it. Vaughn is crazy, man, too. Vaughn is S1's son, and his beats are insane. I remember hearing your beats when you were 13, and they were like shitting on my beats. In my mind, I'm like, damn, S got me and his son got me. I got work to do. And just kind of don't overthink it too much. Don't judge your music so harshly. Just like make the music, have fun, and create goals. Just create simple goals. So having a time management like schedule, creating goals is like really important.
Find an artist.
Wait, what?
Right.
Create our own sound.
Yeah. No, basically what he's saying is not just putting it on BeatStars, but then also creating a TuneCore account that allows for you to upload your beat on like iTunes and Spotify and
For stuff that stands alone as instrumental.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, after I made that one and people were having a hard time writing to it, like kind of told me I need to strip my beats down.
No.
Just an upfront thing, and you can see the statistics. You can see like where you're like, what stage.
So your highest performing markets, it'll show. So it's called STEM.
Yeah, it's called STEM.
Okay, so you guys should check that out.
Stem.is?
Yeah, stems.is.
Okay.
Stem.is.
What's that for?
It's an alternative to TuneCore.
Allows you to like each writer of the song to decide the splits and put it in there, so everybody manages their splits and it's
All in one place.
Yeah, it gives you everything. It doesn't take a percentage. It doesn't take a percentage. It's like upfront, and then like after that, it's your money.
That's it. Let's say relationships. Having a relationship, right? S, do you have any insight on that? Because I know that's something that we've always like pursued.
I always say relationship is the #1 way of getting a song on an album or getting a song to an artist, is just having a relationship with the artist. If it's not the artist, maybe it's the guy next to the artist. Maybe it's his best friend, or some way or some avenue or bridge to get it to where you're trying to get it to. And most of the time it's from having a relationship as opposed to just randomly sending something to somebody or just hoping it falls somewhere.
So just to clarify, there's no set way to do the thing.
There's no set way, but to have the to increase your chances, usually relationship. Most of my records that as far as placements that I get is from me knowing the artist, and then there's a small percentage that may come from me working with another producer, and they may be working on something and we did something together, and then because they're working on different projects, I may end up on something. But a lot of times it's from me going in with the artist, or me knowing someone that knows the artist is like, yo, you guys should connect. And so that's usually where the biggest area, as far as the biggest percentage is, as far as getting placements, is relationships.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be amazing. You can be good enough, and if that button pusher likes you enough, you get the opportunity.
You got to realize, like, the relationship thing, it's not a meet somebody and something's going to happen in 2 weeks.
Yep.
A lot of times it's like, it's over time. It's over long periods of time. Just knowing certain people. I know, like, even with me and Ill coming up, we knew interns at companies back when we were starting that we kept relationship with, who eventually a decade later became execs at some of these companies, and because we maintained our relationship with them, they was able to work us in certain situations. So it's just maintaining, building those relationships, but not only building them, being able to maintain them as well.
Yeah, this whole
it's really just not being a butthole and being easy to work with.
That's it.
That part.
Dude, that is it. That's it, man. Just like, that's it. But imagine the combination of like having fire beats and not being an asshole and being patient. Yo. Facts.
I always say, what if I would have gave up in that 11th year? That would have forfeited everything from that point up until this point that I was doing. And it's just a matter of just keep going. Just
and Kanye West Power was his comeback song, coming off of 808 and Heartbreak, which was part of a legendary, debatably his best album, or whatever you want to call it. And so like that type of energy that you provided for Ye brought him to a trajectory and created a groundbreaking album. And again, if you quit that year before,
it forfeits
never.
Literally everything.
The future would be different. Hip hop wouldn't be the same.
Like when I did Power around that time, like I wasn't even, that was something that came unexpectedly. Like I had my focus on like 3 other albums that never came out, or songs that I had for, I'll just tell you, like Chameleonaire, Music Soul Child and Erykah Badu's New America album. I had songs for those, but those songs wind up getting pulled from those albums, and unexpectedly the situation with the Kanye, situation came about. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you just never know. All we can do is control what we can control. That's putting the music out, planting the seed, move on to the next seed. Plant the seed, move to the next seed, and at some point, that stuff just comes back. We have no control over when. But, at some point it comes back to us.
It always happens. So. Clap it up for S1 for coming through. Oh, good seeing you, man. I love you.
Really about a big part of tonight was, very much so realizing that collaboration is the future. Collaboration is how music is made. And proud of you guys, man. You guys fuck with Pass the Aux? Fuck with it? Yeah.